Creating cinematic shots like this requires a huge crew and massive budget. Okay, well maybe it doesn't, but the thing is, these things have become so affordable that anyone, including you, can take these tips and instantly start creating better, more cinematic content. So the first thing you need to do is change your drone filming settings to slow motion. This might be 50 frames a second or 60 frames a second, depending on what you're currently shooting in, because this is going to give you the chance in editing to slow down the content, making everything much smoother and easier on the eye. In shorter words, more premium. Next, you need to think about moving the drone in more than one direction. Beginners make the simple mistake of flying the drone forward or backwards, left or right, up or down. But if you combine two motions in one, such as flying backwards while moving up in height, it creates a new dimension to the content and starts to make it look, you've guessed it, more cinematic. Now this only works well with gentle fingers, so you need to subtly move the controller so that it doesn't jolt the camera when it's in motion, making sure that everything is smooth. Now I see too many shots like this one right here that get used in the final edit for clients. Take this shot and throw it straight in the trash, because all that's happening is that there's been an overcorrection in your fingertips and you've moved the joystick too fast. You need to be subtle and smooth. No one likes jolty footage, especially when it's trying to be cinematic. Now the drone I've recently got is the DJI Mini 2, and honestly, it's absolutely insane for the price. I'd recommend taking a look at it if you haven't already. DJI, let's collab maybe. Give me a shout out, let me know. We also have a FPV drone. Now this isn't ideal for cinematic shots, which leads me to my next point. Cinematography is more about strategic planning and artistic decision making than videography. If you're saying to yourself, my shots just look flat and basic, then I guarantee you've been too eager to capture content rather than think about what you're trying to achieve. If you spend a little bit more time planning, perhaps adding some inspiration onto your phone, then next time when you're on location, try to mimic some of the aspects of the shots that you like. Really think about what it is you're trying to achieve before you press record. And if you wait until the end of this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 key shots that I use when flying a drone for my cinematic productions. This image pretty much sums up videography and the basic drone shots that you've probably been producing, and how changing just a few factors and a little bit more planning and thought out process will transform your work. So make sure you stick around for my top tips. For some unknown reason, whenever beginners fly a drone, any kind of composition goes completely out of the window, as if the rule of thirds just simply doesn't apply to aerial shot. Now, I'm going to assume that you don't know what that is, so I'm very quickly going to run through it. The rule of thirds is the process of dividing an image into thirds, using 2 horizontal and 2 vertical lines. When you position the most important elements of your image on these intersection points, you will be producing a much more pleasing image. It is also suggested that any horizon is placed on either the top line or the bottom horizontal line. So when you're creating content like this, while you're moving on multiple axes, you need to keep in mind what's about to come into shot and how the image is going to be moving throughout those thirds. By having a composition that doesn't strictly align with the rule of thirds will start to make your image just feel a bit uneasy and a bit wrong, and often it's hard to put your finger on exactly what it is, but from my experience looking at other people's drone work, it's generally speaking the rule of thirds goes completely out of the window. Also, your location is going to make a huge difference to your overall production. The best field you can imagine can only look good in comparison to an epic, beautiful mountain. These tips will help you produce better content, but I think the phrase is polishing a turd. So if you're shooting for a client or your portfolio, then make sure you pick the best locations you can, because it's ultimately going to impact how cinematic and how beautiful your shots look. So the 5 key shot types that I use in any of my cinematic projects that you can copy are: number 1, the big reveal. For a big reveal, you want to be going as fast as you can with the drone. Don't forget you're recording in slow motion. And you might want to do this as a forward reveal or a backwards reveal, where you're tracking forward or backwards towards the subject. And don't forget to use a bit of elevation, so you're coming in from high to low or low to high, forward and backwards. A nice big reveal shot makes for an epic cinematic opener. Number 2 is a simple top-down shot. The whole point of having drones is to do shots that are very difficult to achieve normally. So you're simply going to tilt the camera so it's pointing vertically down at the ground, and again using a multitude of axes, moving forward, backwards, left or right, up and down. You're going to be able to get some stunning shots. My personal favorite is always a top-down of lakes or top-down of trees. It gives a really unique feel. Shot number 3 is the low rider. Simply put, you're going to get as low to the ground as you can. And again, you're going to want to try and pick up a lot of speed here. You really get a sense of being immersed into the video project if you do this. Great for following cars, great for going over water. And again, you can combine this with maybe some kind of arc or pan to really get the most out of that technique. Key shot number 4 that I will use in almost all of my cinematic productions is a fixed arc. Now this is where you take your point of interest or your subject, perhaps it's a building, and you place them pretty much in the center of your screen. Then you're going to track the drone over to the left while rotating it to the right. This will give a nice arc or circular feel around the subject, and again it sets for a really nice stylized shot for your cinematic project. Finally, tip number 5 is something that a lot of people are typically scared to do. And you see a lot of drone shots that are quite frankly miles and miles away. Now, yes, you might want some cinematic shots that are from afar. So if you can use this tip, which is called the fly through, to try and immerse the viewer into your content, you're going to increase engagement rate and you're going to create some truly unique content. Yes, you do need to be a little bit brave, but most of these drones are pretty robust nowadays, and I would definitely push them to their limits. Why not fly through some trees, fly through some buildings, really get creative with this. I've seen some amazing stuff online from other creators, so use these tips to get the most out of your next cinematic production. Wouldn't it be cool to shoot projects for clients all over the world like the ones I've been showing you in this video? If so, then you should check out this video right here, but only do it if you want to find out how to get noticed by your dream clients and find easy ways of getting more work. If you don't, then bye.